It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are live with Espresso. For all those new or expectant moms out there, do you feel like you are the only parent to be grappling with new baby worries? You are not alone, because that's why Baby Talk is here on Espresso. Every Thursday we delve into those baby woes, and they can be pretty big woes for new parents, from bizarre thoughts to legit concerns. We meet first-time moms who will be sharing their biggest worries and concerns with us. But first, let's chat to one of our experts this morning, who I've known for about 3 seconds, and I'm absolutely loving, Genevieve Putter, who is the founder of The New Normal and advocate for maternal mental health. More power to you, sister.
Thank you.
I have a 2-year-old boy, so a lot of this is fresh, but not that fresh.
Sure.
But there's an experience that couples can go through, that guys can go through. But there is a singular experience that I think new moms have to go through, and there is so much normal and so much advice about what's normal being bandied about. But what is normal? I absolutely love that. So if you've got any questions about exactly that, 021 430 9881, please give us a shout. So Genevieve, thank you so much for coming and sharing what must be a hugely personal narrative.
Totally.
What is the new normal? What is it?
So, yeah, the new normal, what is it? There is no normal, but there is a new kind of way to be in yourself as a mother and as a person. And I think for me, I started the social media platform a year ago. My son at the time had just turned 2. And I had been through a hell of a journey with regards to dealing with anxiety, postpartum depression, and all the rest of it. And I kind of was frustrated with the lack of resources and open and honest conversations around this, especially in South Africa. And I decided I needed to share my experience, and so I started the platform, and it's been incredible, the responses that I've been getting from it, yeah.
Just break it down for us, if you can, because I'm sure it's difficult to wrap your head around a process like this. Just how hectic is it? Because there are anxieties attached to it. Even as a guy, I'm like, how am I going to provide? How am I going to do something? So you've got all these natural instincts that are or should be kicking in according to the rest of the world, yet you are feeling probably at your lowest point of despair in that space. What is that like?
So it's an interesting thing, and I think every person or every mother who has battled with issues of anxiety and depression postpartum experiences it at different times on their journey. Sometimes it happens just as your baby is handed to you. Sometimes it happens 3 months later, sometimes 18 months later. The point is that it is, it's something that's very, very common in South Africa.
It's not a choice.
Yeah, and it isn't, exactly. It's a very, there's a physiological thing that happens to a woman after childbirth, which is related to hormonal changes and fluctuations that can really affect brain chemistry. Your brain has changed since you were pregnant, and you are wired to now be concerned about the best thing for your child. And that, in our modern societies and our kind of cultural, fast-paced context, can really bring on a lot of anxiety. And especially women are doing it on their own a lot of the time, you know, without a village. Our modern culture doesn't.
Unfortunately, it's not that. I think the bizarre thing is you look at how crazily the body changes and how quickly, and you forget that the mind has got to undergo that kind of recalibration as well. One thing that I want to kickstart our next discussion with is your experience around breastfeeding, where I suppose that the mental and the physical come to bear in one key moment. But please, guys, if you want to phone and ask any questions, or maybe just share your own narrative, we'd love to hear from you. 021 430 9881. By now you should know that this is a very safe place.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. A very special welcome and congratulations to all the new moms to be out there. We are talking about first-time pregnancy, what to expect as, I suppose, a family, but in particular moms who are going through this incredibly trying, difficult, beautiful, miraculous experience. It's all happening all at the same time. Every second, that's how you feel, I would imagine. And Meg, of course, here to steady the ship just a little bit. But a big, warm, and a very congratulatory welcome as well to Deborah and Bridget, guys. Thank you so much for this. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to open with this, that you are both in your 40s. Is that right?
Well, I'm 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be 40 next year.
Okay, so my writer is going to be dragged outside and shot, bearing in mind that these are both pregnant moms. No, ladies, congratulations. As I've got a 2-year-old boy at home, and this is the most amazing journey for a bystander, so I can imagine for you it must be incredible. How are you both feeling?
Feeling pretty good, actually. The pain is starting to come in a little bit in my lower back, but otherwise energy levels are good, and yeah, feeling happy with the change and the growing belly.
And the glow is there.
Yeah.
You, how are you feeling?
No, pretty good. If I listen to all the horror stories that pregnant moms go through, I haven't had many of them, so quite energized still, but we're both in the last trimester, so I'm sure that there's more to come.
So Meg has been my, with her encyclopedic knowledge of all things baby and baby sense related. She is now yours to use free of charge for 2 minutes. Are there any questions that you have that are in the context of being a first-time mom? Any anxieties or worries that you have, Deb?
Well, yeah, I had a couple of concerns about, or questions regarding the baby sleeping in the bedroom with you.
Yes.
Because I've heard that it's better for the health of the child, as well as bonding. But how long should that period last for in terms of attachment?
I'm going to throw my name in the hat there as well. And ask them.
Okay, so it really is very open-ended and quite personal, actually. A lot of mums don't want the babies in their room, and as long as there's a baby monitor and you can get to your baby and hear them, that's fine. But I do agree, having a baby in the room in the early days is good for them, but also good for you because you can respond quickly. It's better for breastfeeding, so we know that mums breastfeed for longer if they have had their baby in their room right from day one.
Okay.
In terms of habits, I do think that there are easier times to move babies than others, but again, it's very personal. So I would say around 4 months is a good time to move the baby from your room into their own room. But again, it's going to be so personal. You might find that your baby actually wakes you up so much at night that it's easier for you to have them in their own room and to go to them when they cry rather than having all those little baby noises throughout the night. So. But I would say 4 months is the easiest time to move them.
Okay.
But you shall adapt to what you need to do, I think is
learn on the job.
Yeah, very much so. And you'll know, it's weird, but you'll know. I'm always amazed at how my girl knows these things, you know. Any concerns that you've got kind of...
Well, since we're
jumping
talking
up
about
with it?
breastfeeding, I think with a lot of moms, there's this desire to breastfeed, and for many of them, it's just not possible. So at what point you just keep trying, and when do you just realize it's not going to
Is this
happen?
something you want to do? Are you wanting to
Definitely.
breastfeed?
Yeah. So it's awesome that you're even asking the question in pregnancy, because I think for a lot of us, we don't even think about it in pregnancy. And when it comes, it doesn't come naturally. You know, we think that it's a natural thing to do, so we'll immediately know how to breastfeed. But it's your first time, baby's first time. A couple of tips. First of all, definitely get a lactation consultant in if the latch isn't comfortable within the first 2 days. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, things aren't going smoothly, get an expert in. Another piece of advice is feed regularly on demand a lot in the early days, because that gets your milk supply going. It moves you from producing just colostrum into moving into milk quite a lot quicker and a lot more comfortably. So definitely breastfeed on demand a lot. And I just think an important message is, as with all parenting decisions, don't berate yourself if things don't go exactly according to plan, because that's the thing with early mothering, is it doesn't all go to plan. And so when...
In fact, it never does,
In fact,
I don't
yeah,
think.
there shouldn't be a plan.
Yeah, it's the one time it's not scripted. Yeah.
So, I mean, breast is best for your baby. The breast milk is best for your little one, and particularly in the early days, it's very, very important. But if the wheels are falling off and you're 3 weeks down the line, get somebody in again.
Okay.
And go back to breastfeeding on demand a little bit, just to get that milk supply up. And it does get easier as you go along.
What does it mean to breastfeed on demand?
Yes, so that means that as your baby demands it, and good question, Dad want to know too. As your baby demands it and cries and fusses, you'll actually respond with feeding them.
Okay.
And in the early days, that can be hourly, 2 hourly. We only really start talking about stretching feeds when babies are older and when your milk supply is established, which usually is after 6 weeks. So under 6 weeks, feed when your baby demands it.
Oh man, there are so many questions that I want to ask. It's crazy, but we're going to flip the script here just a little bit because you're about to meet someone. You're about to meet your child, which is just the most amazing thing. And am I right that you've both brought along scans or pictures that you're going to share with us?
Yeah, I did share the latest scan from last week, which I don't think it's a great image necessarily of great quality, but
None of them are, don't worry. Is there something, and is this your
Yes,
scan?
yes.
Deborah, is there something you'd like to say to your little one?
We love you already, and very much looking forward to meeting him or her. I'm not sure what it is. Just looking forward to a lifetime of getting to know one another and being there for whoever it is. Yeah.
I hope you were listening, little one. Bridget, we're going to now...
Oh, that's my monkey.
I too have a monkey. I know what you mean. Is there something you'd like to say to your little one ahead of Mama's Day?
Yeah, so I know that it's a girl, and we've already named her. Her name's going to be Hannah. So to our little Hannah, I guess we'd want to say that you were born out of love and you'll be born into love, and you have an army of people behind you, so just be whatever you want to be.
Yeah. Come down. Oh, guys, thank you so much. I know. Whew. I hope my girl wasn't watching this because I can feel the chemical change coming on as we speak. That is so awesome. Thank you so much, guys. All the best of luck. Take it in your stride. As Genevieve put out, there is no normal. There is a new normal, which is that nothing is normal. So really just take it in your stride. Draw on the resources that you have inside you, and all the best of luck.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
And please post some pictures or send us some. We don't have to post them for the whole world to see, but we'd love to enjoy that moment with you. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much.
Yay.
Thank you.